Well, Mione, it's lovely of you to have us here in your home to talk a bit about
You're
your
welcome.
memories. And I want to go right the way back at the beginning
Yes.
to the 16th of June in 1924, which was your mother's birthday,
Yes.
and she received a very special
Yeah.
present.
Yes, she did. Me. So we've always shared a birthday, and every year it was, what should we do on our birthday this year then?
How lovely. And this was in Tucking Mill. You were born at
Yes.
home.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And where was that situated?
On the Upson Road.
On the Upson Road going out of
There's
Cerne.
all
Yeah.
that's left is a yew tree marking where the entrance was.
And then you went down
Downhill
into the valley bottom.
Into the yard, the farmyard, with the cow stalls, and round the corner into the house.
And that's where you were born. So
It was,
presumably,
because it was a mill, and it was a working mill at one time.
and a midwife came to you?
I don't know if there
You
was a
didn't?
midwife there.
Or if it just happened?
It just happened to expect.
And the Tucking Mill had been the home not just for your parents, but also for
My
your
grandparents.
grandparents.
Yeah.
And who held the farm at the time you were born? Was your grandfather the
But they
tenant?
were all living there.
Yes.
Yes. I remember my grandfather still alive when I was toddling about. And he used to make little go-karts and things for us.
Oh, how lovely.
Play
So
with us.
he had time to do that.
Oh, he did.
'Cause you
yes,
think
but
there was
Mum
so
and Dad
much
were
to
running
do.
the farm. Yes.
Oh, so he was sort of stepped back a bit.
He was still there.
And your mum and
around.
dad, so he had a bit of time to play with
Yeah.
you. Oh, that's really nice. And in the farmhouse, or at the back of the farmhouse, were the remains of this tucking mill, which
Yes,
was,
it was.
an item of machinery.
Well, when Mum remembers, the hammers were still there because tucking mill was a mill that softened the home. People sheared the
The
sheep
yep.
and then used the wool to make clothes with, but it needed cleaning and softening.
And that's
so
what
that
went
was
on in
what
the tucking mill.
did. Yes.
Golly. But it hadn't worked for a very long time.
Oh no.
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 And the great big hammers that beat the cloth were still there.
They were still there when Mum remembers them, but what happened to them, I don't know.
Yes. Ah.
There'd been a corn mill as well afterwards,
Mhm.
and one of the wheels, the one that went round the top, was still there, as
So-
I remember. But during the war, because every scrap of metal was
Oh, for salvage to
yes
make
for the
aeroplanes
war
and
effort.
tanks. Yeah.
Yes, so that went too.
So all the metal work was taken out, and they were
Yes.
just left with the actual
Yeah.
wooden parts.
And yes, and the
Golly.
room,
Yes.
plenty of
yes.
room. We,
And that lovely house, because it was beautiful. I've seen photographs of the
Yes.
banded stone and flint and a
Yes.
great big thatched farmhouse. You lived there until the 1950s, and then Mr. Broadhead came to Upserne,
yes.
and then tragedy befell it.
Turned everybody out, set fire to the buildings. It was awful. There were 3 farmers in Upserne
Mhm.
at that time. Well, before then, but there are none now.
And where were
they're
the
all
other
gone.
2? Was Hollybank one?
No,
No.
that was a farm, but
Mm.
it was. I don't think it was part of Upserne Estate.
Mhm.
That they owned that, but it was
Yeah,
just on
yeah.
the edge.
Yeah.
No, the other 2 were right in Upserne.
Mm.
The 2 houses were on the left as you drove through.
Mm.
Not
Mm.
up the hill as you drove
actually
up towards
in the
hill.
village that was?
Right in the village
Yes,
it was,
yes.
yeah.
So all
Yes.
that passed away
He could just afford to set fire to them and
and
bulldoze
demolished it.
them
And
down.
that was the job.
Demolished it all. There's nothing left in Upserne now, is there?
And instead, there are these lakes that he built.
Yeah.
So he made it sort of look,
He
Look
left the
more-
3 cottages up over Cank.
yes, because they
And
were
the
useful
manor.
to him because he
Yes,
needed them
He
for people
needed
to
some
run the
staff.
estate.
Yeah, he
Yes.
needed some staff left. But
Oh.
all the farms and farmers were turned out.
Mm, mm. And in that house, you had very few services on offer.
No water, no sanitation, no hot water,
So where did the water come from?
a well and the river.
So you had to go with buckets and get.
No, the pump water from the well, but if the well ran dry, you had to go and dip some out of the river if you needed some water.
And then I suppose boil it if you were going to drink it, or
Well, I don't think we were that fussy because it only rose just up the valley.
so it was a clean,
Yeah,
clean
it's a
source,
clean water.
clean source, and no. What did you do for lighting? So no electricity.
No, candles and oil lamps till the electricity came to Cerne, and then I was at home then when they went up through the valley with their posts, which had to come through the farm up to Upserne.
And the oil lamps, you couldn't just turn them on and off. They took a lot of work too.
It did. You had to clean them and fill them and then light them.
And was that from the smoke? Did it make smoke as it burned?
It would if you didn't clean the wick.
Oh, I see. So you had to trim the wick.
You had to, keep it clean anyway, and then make sure the lamp was full of fuel, paraffin.
Yes.
Then you could light it.
So things we think of as just part of life, everything took labour and time.
It did. Yes, it did.